literally just like
inside the house, which may not have been noticed immediately by the officer, but would have no doubt been gathered by forensics upon further investigation. The most overt peculiarity was Chris's interaction with his phone. The guise of his thumb movement would have given the impression he was texting someone, which would have seemed very peculiar, as the normal response would be to frantically call people rather than text given the circumstances. Hindsight gives us a clearer picture of Chris's introversion, which is that he was most likely using his phone to avoid eye contact and progressive dialogue with the officer.
What time do you leave the day?
What time to leave there?
No, here.
Usually between 5:30 and 6.
Alright. And was Shannon here then?
Yes. Yeah, she's still in bed.
Dude, this is nuts, dude. This guy's a
Does
fucking...
she usually watch the kids, or you have daycare watch them? Or?
She usually watches the kids if they're not in school.
Okay. You guys have any kind of issues, marital issues, or?
We're going through separation.
You are? And how's that going?
It's going
civil for the most part, or?
Dude, when you fucking realize that he just like murdered his family.
Additionally, we are presented with the subtle cues of Chris's forethought cover story, being that his wife simply ran off with the kids after a breakdown in the marriage.
All the girls' blankies are gone. Their blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
Good.
The rest of Chris's conduct could be analyzed and dissected in various ways, and it would be easy to pick at certain oddities in body language and link them with signs of guilt. Yet, without the hindsight we have now, his behavior could just as easily be linked with an innocent man who is understandably concerned and frantic over the disappearance of his family. His very conservant neighbor, however, had the perceptual advantage of knowing Chris on a semi-personal level, and could analyze his kinesics in a far more accurate manner than the police officer.
You just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right.
To be completely honest with you, my wife and I were kind of wondering when she was on vacation if something happened, because I've heard them full out screaming at each other at the top of their lungs, and he gets crazy.
Does he?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. He doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks. He's normally quiet, real subdued. He's over here telling you three times.
Yo, fucking dude, Fred Durst, literally, Fred Durst Andy, straight up being a hero here, okay? I mean, look, dude, what the fuck? He's got all the tea, dude. The sauce, too.
He's very, he never talks. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
This was just after the moment he had shown both Chris and the officer.
That's Detective Durst to you, chatters. That's Detective Durst to you, chatters. God damn, this is all before Among Us came out, too.
His surveillance footage of that same morning, capturing only Chris leaving the house after loading multiple unidentified things into his truck.
Yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way and making this turn. So, and usually at night I pick up the cars pulling a your turn. So, unless they pulled right here, but I would have caught her walking out.
Although not fully incriminating, as Shannon and the kids could have left through the back entrance, this was an extremely detrimental piece of evidence, and would have no doubt been extolled by forensics and made Chris an immediate prime suspect. The following day, Chris, for some bizarre reason, agreed to be interviewed by two separate news stations, where he came across as extremely unimpassioned and detached from the alarming nature of the situation.
Like, when I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. Like, she wasn't here. Kids weren't here. I have no idea like where they went. Right now it's you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent. If she wasn't here, like where did she go? Like once I got here, it was like, all right, who can I call? I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, you know, what's going on. Like, if she's vanished, like, I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad. Right now, I don't even want to just, like, throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. Last night, I wanted that knock on the door. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see
Oh
this
my
kid
fucking God,
just
dude.
barrel rush me and just give me a hug and knock me on the ground. That's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I'm hoping that somebody sees something or somebody knows something and comes forward. Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just
the fucking look back at the camera, it makes it so much worse.
I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here.
Oh, he's so bad at lying. Oh my fucking God, dude. This is like, you don't need to be an Among Us expert to figure out that this dude is sussy as fuck, dude. He is such a sussy little baka right now. Holy shit, dude.
Please bring it back.
This could have been construed as shock trauma, where a person will turn numb and retreat into themselves as a means of escape. Yet the viewers watching this live from home were probably thinking what we as the retrospective audience already know. He was called in for questioning 4 hours later.
Somebody saw something. Somebody knows where these kids are. And I keep saying kids, I'm sorry, the kids in your life. I know you're going through a lot, so we're not going to keep you here all night. Just tell me exactly what you remember, and I'll take notes about where we can go.
Okay. So this 1:48 a.m.
Let me switch chairs. Because when they come knocking, I gotta use that key.
One of the oldest and most commonly used techniques is for the interrogator to sit between the door and the suspect. This is for the purpose of heightening the feelings of isolation and dependence. It's an indirect subliminal message, letting Chris know that the only way out of that room is through the detective. It's an excellent tool for stripping away confidence, thus increasing the telling signs and body language when information is fabricated.
Another technique that they use in this situation is warn you that the top of the hour is here, so there's a 60-second ad break. So the way to avoid those ad breaks, as you already probably know, because I have warned you about this multiple times, is to subscribe. You can do that for $5, or you can do that with a free Twitch Prime. By using your Twitch Prime, you get one free subscription a month, and you can use it on your favorite streamer, broadcaster, and have the most fire segues, basically, right before an ad break. I mean, literally the most fire segues. Just get at me. Probably won't be able to figure out. Next time, I just ruined like 58,000 people's brains. They are going to be looking at the fucking top of the hour now to see where the ad breaks are. Here's the ad now. Oh, God, that was so good. I'm sorry. That was so good, dude. Oh, wow. Wow, dude. That was such a fucking solid segue. Look, this is how you have the wherewithal and the knowledge of like when the hours are flipping, okay? Yeah, let's keep going.
4 a.m. That's when my alarm goes off for work, and I'm just get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs.
Okay.
About 4:15, that's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about having the house up for sale, and talking about it, like actually proceeding with the separation.
Okay.
And obviously it gets pretty emotional, like we're talking about, like we felt the disconnection was there, like falling out of love, and trying to stay together, maybe just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing like our homework, it's not, most of the time that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So that's when I got home, I opened the garage door and we went inside the house and looked everywhere. Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, nowhere to be found. Shanann's wedding ring's on her nightstand, her phone's still on the couch, her purse is still there, the medicine for the kids is still there, the car and the car seats are still there, and there's no sign of them anywhere.
Okay.
I was just hoping that, I left all the lights on in the house, I was hoping that I'd get a knock on the door, but
Yeah,
nothing, but nothing happened.
What do you think happened?
At first, I really thought maybe she was just at somebody's house, just decompressing.
It's blowing off steam.
Yeah, but after today, like with the onslaught of all the cars, I mean all the police cars, all the news, all the canine units, it's making me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But it's just, if someone took her, it would have to have been someone she knew. Because there's no sign of anything like being
okay,
disturbed
dude.
or-
When you're trying to fucking solve the criminal case yourself, like you might as well. You're venting, dude. You're just straight up venting all over the fucking place. Like he's like, you know, oh, there was no sign of trauma, no sign of like disturbed patterns anywhere like that. It's like, why are you thinking about these things, dude? Your wife and children are gone. You don't even know where the fuck they're at, and you're like over explaining shit.
But like that's the way I'm leaning now. At first I thought for real she was just decompressing somewhere. I thought she was safe, even though everything in the house was left there. But now it's just after the day with the news crews and everything, it feels more the other direction, and it's freaking me out.
I would be detectiving if my wife was missing. No, you'd be fucking hysterical if you love your wife, or at least your fucking children like a normal person would. You would be fucking hysterical. You'd be like, where the fuck is my wife? Like, what the fuck is going on? Not like, oh, I guess they took the key. I guess she left her ring here and also took the blankies. Like,
Early that morning, I told her like the disconnection, it's there. Like it's not going away. Like the connection we had in the beginning, it's not there anymore. It's like I don't feel like the love we have is there anymore.
Okay.
And it's just like I don't feel
look
like.
at the cop. The cop's literally like, why are you telling me all this? This is probably when the cop was like, yo, this motherfucker is guilty, dog. Look at him. He's just sitting there and like, literally, it's just like, he's just sitting there going, okay, all right, cool. What else? All right, you fucking killed her. Like, you did.
Like, I mean, if we want to stay together for the kids, I'm not sure if that's going to work. Like, bringing another.
What you told him?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, having another baby, bringing us into this relationship, do you think this is going to work with us being together? Or separation, I think, is going to be the best possible route for us. And that's when, like, all the crying and everything proceeded. And it was
OC, there's no lawyers online right now. You want to just you want to proceed to a bench trial.
very hard just to talk about that. But I needed to do it face to face.
Okay.
And I needed to see her face, like, while I did it. I couldn't text, phone, whatever. I needed to be face to face and be able to see her and know that she was going to be at least reciprocating back to me.
Oh. What did she say?
She said that she wanted to kind of work on it, but if that's the way I was feeling, then she respects that.
Okay. 1 p.m. I'm now on my way home to check on my family. Is that just because you're worried based on the conversation with Nicole? Had the police contact you by then?
No.
Okay. 2, I arrive. Sorry, go ahead.
But Nicole said she was probably going to call the cops.
Okay. All right. Now, so it sounds like Nicole's pretty worried. More worried than you.
Well, so once she couldn't get anything out of her and nothing was going on in the house, I was like, all right, I gotta go home.
The sharp and sudden change of angle from baseline questioning to direct confrontation would normally make an innocent person refute or at least challenge the statement. There would also be a brief pause, as they would need time to process the allegation due to its perplexity. A guilty individual would already be in a defensive state of mind and would normally respond in a hastily modus. Instead of refuting the remark, they would accept it, but try and explain its actuality in a defensive manner.
But it sounds like Nicole was more worried.
Yeah, because like most of if she doesn't text me, like I understand that.
Okay.
Like sometimes that happens.
Okay.
But for her not to get back to her direct sales group, that was very unorthodox.
Okay. So then they're at home. Police officers there.
Bro, this is like.
Walk me through that.
So as we go through the house, we're all.
Did you immediately go through the house?
I open the garage.
This is how you don't operate when your wife is potentially dead or ran away with your kids. Like, every single thing he's done thus far is the exact opposite of what like every normal human being would react to. he's just like, he's like nervous, but not nervous in the same sense that like, oh my God, where's my wife and children? I mean, even if you fucking hate your like wife, then at least your children and your pregnant wife. So like the baby, but you know, nervous, not in this, but he doesn't seem like he's fucking nervous about the situation at all. He seems like he's nervous about being caught.
Garage door, and I just go into the house. I'm looking, like I just go in the garage door and I'm looking.
Is the police officer saying, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute"?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
What's the vibe like?
I go up there, shake his hand, but I'm like opening the garage door at the same time.
Okay.
And then I go through, and then they're waiting at the front door. I go in, open that up, and then they come in.
Oh, so they didn't go in the garage door with you? Okay.
Well, they went in the garage. They didn't come in the way I did.
All right. So then everybody goes in.
I think that was and at 4 o'clock, that's when, because the officer, I went over to the neighbor's house to see if he saw anything, and
Whose idea was that?
I think it was the officer, because
Okay.
he just went over there. And then that's when the neighbor called him back over to show him he had some stuff from the other night.
Okay.
To show him like whatever he had, and that put motion on it.
Okay. 4 p.m. Police check neighbor security footage and question them as well. Okay. Have we talked about that? Is that where we're okay?
That's where we're at.
Anything else about that?
No, I mean, it just shows Nicole dropping her off, but her not walking up, and it shows me loading my truck up at the time that I told you I left.
Okay.
The fuck are you looking at, bro?
Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about? So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything. Okay. And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord. Okay. So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about that?
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, is like, you know, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know.
Okay.
It's like, people that, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me, especially with the way everything looks. And it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach, because this is something that I would never do. Ever.
Oh my God.
I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife.
When you spent all your points on crafting and I guess strength and none on charisma, dude, he just fucking perception check failed. Or perception, he absolutely fucking failed that. He rolled so low on this.
At all.
This is what is known as the pause technique. After the suspect answers a question, the interrogator will remain silent while maintaining eye contact. This physical demeanor gives off the subtle cue that he expects more information to be divulged and may already know more than the suspect realizes. A deceptive person will usually drop their eyes, change posture, or break the silence.
I'm not sure, like, what I could do, like, to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me. But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family. At all.
Oh my God, it's so...
And we had that conversation that
Bro,
morning.
this guy literally is like, I'm just gonna not talk ever again because you're just doing all the talking for me. He's just like, you're doing my job for me. I'm just gonna fucking not say anything. Go off.
Then she goes...
Ice cold, dude. He fucking, he iced him. He's in the cooler.
I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
A truthful individual will normally respond to this question with a question, such as, "Why are you asking me that?" or "What's going on here?" They will often protest the aggressive nature of the inquisition, or give short and forceful response.
Dude, I'm getting anxious, secondhand anxiety from watching this dude. Like, I can't stop biting my nails, dude. I'm losing it. It is so fucking...
I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife.
What? Why are you saying these? I mean, a good thing that he is saying these things, but like, fucking holy shit.
They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation.
I would never murder my pregnant wife, 2 children, and then dump their bodies into a plastic vat with acid. I would never do such an oddly specific thing that I'm talking about right now, which I suspect is something that could have happened, but definitely not by me, and probably by someone else, because I fell in love with a woman, or something like that. I mean, that would be crazy if I were to do that, but of course I would never do that. Oh my fucking God, dude. This is literally like one step below just doing that.
About anything that elevates to that level. I mean, you can, like, if someone like yells at me, screams at me, I just take it and I just try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's just a cool conversation to where like none of that gets to that height.
Thanks for the.
Because I am not that person. I've never been that person.
I am not about that. Man who was about that. Literally.
What have you had?
I have to pee so bad, I can't. Oh, it's over. It's over, dude. The moment that you over-explain something for 60 seconds, you might as well just be like, dude, fuck it. Arrest me, dude. Here you go, motherfucker. Put the fucking handcuffs on. It's over. It's a wrap, dude. It's a fucking wrap, dude. You might as well. You might as well be like, I did it. Fuck it. Just.
Okay. Would you take a polygraph? Sure. Okay. Let's take a little break. I'm going to come back in here because I have a lot more questions for you.
Like, if you fucking, if you're a normal human being who's not a fucking bloodthirsty murderer, and a police officer says, it kind of looks like you might have, it looks bad for you. You might have murdered your wife. You go, are you fucking kidding me? Why my wife and children are fucking missing, and you're going to fucking sit here and tell me I murdered them? What are you, out of your fucking mind, dude? Go do your goddamn job as a cop, okay? Go do your fucking job. That's what a normal person would act like in that situation. Not, I would never do a murder because I am not a I mean, you know what this reminds me of? You know what just reminded me of? This reminds me of that fucking pedo dude who was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend from the royal family. You guys remember when he was like, well, everyone was saying that, a pedophile can sweat, but I, of course, have never sweat before because I lost my capability of sweating in the Falkland Wars. So, it's great. Prince Andrew. That's what he's doing. Like, it's literally like fucking Prince Andrew being like, well, of course, I do declare it's impossible for me to do pedophilia because I was not wearing my pedophile shirt at the day, in the moment that they were saying that I was doing the pedophilia. God damn, dude. Straight up. Same shit. Same fucking energy, dude. God damn. Yeah, my inability to sweat renders me useless in a situation where I'm doing pedophilic acts. Hold on, I gotta...
How you feeling?
Looking at that picture. God.
That wasn't nice. Dad has mullets.
Celeste, she's Rampage. She's always the one that's gung-ho. She's always the one that's just like, she's either go or she's asleep. She's always the one growling. she's a tiger. Bella, she's the calm, the mothering one. She's the one that's always, you okay? You okay? You fine? Okay. She's just the sweetest little girl. She's the one that favors me more, and Celeste is the one that favors Shanann more.
Marjan Pogo.
I remember when they wore that dress. She just wore that dress not too long ago.
Wait, what did happen? What happened? I'm sorry. What did he do?
She's just the sweetest little girl. She's the one that favors me more, and Celeste is the one that favors Shanann more.
Did this motherfucker say she was?
When they wore that dress. She just wore that dress not too long ago.
Like he spoke about the daughters in the past tense.
Back of it so I could get her pajamas on. She's like, no, Daddy, button. I got button. And Bella loves those spaghetti strap dresses. She likes long dresses. She was a girly girl.
Oh, that's over. Oh my God, dude. Dude, this is nuts. This is fucking nuts. This is nuts. This is absolutely insane, dude. Dude, this channel is fucking crazy. Oh, this dude had a Prince Andrew video? Oh my God.
Hi, Dad.
It's not 5K 1080p, it's the opposite.
Guys, Twitch Prime this man, he will take us to Wonderland.
When we find the guy who took him, what do you think we should do?
This is what is known as a behavior-provoking question. An innocent person will usually give what is known as a draconian response. They will immediately respond with the harshest sentence possible for the crime they are falsely being accused of committing.
Oh, no.
A deceptive individual will often give an equivocating response. This means that they will fragmentize and divert from the question to a certain degree, as a means to avoid responding to the query in its entirety.
They're going to come home safe, correct? When you find the guy. When we find the guy, they're going to come home. Life in prison would be that's what I would think with 2 kids that are involved.
Oh my God, dude. You know, I just do a psychiatric analysis and probably, you know, let the guy go. Let the guy walk free, probably. If they, you know, if they kidnap my children.
What if he hurt them? I'm not sure if like that penalty is even used. Is it used in Colorado? I'm not even sure what is the death penalty. Okay. I mean, like if these kids are not alive, like there's nothing you could do to cope with that, to make me cope with that. If those kids are not okay.
God damn, bro. Yo, how did he fucking hate his children this much? Like. How the fuck do you detach from your kids like this? Like, that is so fucking creepy, dude. It is. They're your kids, motherfucker. You psycho. Oh my God, dude.
Okay. Can we keep talking about some complicated things? Sure. Some things that are going to make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You've done very good in talking to me about this really hard conversation you guys had. Okay. Very good.
Like too good.
That's sometimes hard. And I understand why sometimes someone in your position says, doesn't want to tell me about that. Because please go help me find my kids, and you don't need to know about my marriage argument, okay? So I got to say, you've done very good at that. And I need you to keep doing that. So I need to ask you about your marriage and infidelity.
Sure.
Okay, tell me about it.
I have never cheated on my wife.
Okay.
And I fully suspect she has never done that to me.
Oh, okay.
The interrogator was already aware that Chris was cheating on his wife with a woman by the name of Nicole Kessinger. He had handed over his phone earlier on this interview for what he thought was for the purpose of going through his and his wife's mutual contacts to look for potential suspects. Judging by Chris's bold-faced denial, it's safe to assume he deleted all of his correspondence with Nicole beforehand. Yet he was most likely unaware that the FBI have programs that can recover every single piece of digital exchange sent from a device, even long after it's deleted.
Highly trained investigator over here, right? I see pictures of you from a few years ago, and I see you standing before me now.
Oh my God.
You've gotten pretty fit.
Oh my God, this motherfucker literally got fit, found a new girl. Oh, that's so bad, dude. Oh my God, he thought he had a glow up, dude. What a psycho. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
When guys start cheating or want to cheat, that's what happens.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
I did not cheat on my wife.
Okay. What do I do to help you walk out of this room and not look like the person who's responsible?
You have to trust me. I had nothing to do with this act of like evil cruelty, whatever has happened here. Because my love for these two girls.
Wait, I'm confused. At this point, like, he doesn't even fucking know, right? Like, of course he knows because he did the murder, but, like, there is nothing that, like, an innocent person would not know what is going on, and the innocent person's mind wouldn't immediately go to, like, this evil act of cruelty. Like, that's really fucking dumb.
And my wife, like, I don't want anything to happen to them. I've never wanted anything to happen to them. No matter if me and my wife separate or not, or divorce or anything, I never wish harm on anybody, on a human being in general.
Oh my God, he's just fucking straight up admitting.
Just seeing that picture, like, I need them, I want them just to run through that front door and just grab me, or just just tackle me, knock me to the floor, bust my head up, I don't care.
What?
The amount of love I have for my family is exponential, and it's never going to die. And I want them back.
Okay.
I have to have them back.
Bro, this guy literally just busted the case wide open, dude. It's a wrap after this. It's a ripperoni. It is a straight ripperoni after this. If they didn't know that, like, the wife and children were fucking murdered brutally, at this point they know, because this guy is just straight being like, yeah, dude, it would be terrible if they were fucking brutally murdered by someone who is, relatively fit, wearing a North Carolina Tar Heel shirt. It'd be crazy. It'd be terrible.
Thanks, Dad.
When you walk out of this room, there's nothing I can say to a room full of police officers that's going.
Yo, Chatter pointed this out too. Dude, he literally said barrel like multiple times, by the way. Like, oh, I want to do a barrel roll. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my God, this fucking piece of shit. He kept saying barrel too. Oh my fucking God, dude.
To convince them that you have nothing to do with this.
I know.
You know what they think.
I know all that, yeah.
Here's a guy who didn't call 911, who woke his wife up at a ridiculous hour because he was so guilty about something that he had to get it off his chest and say, I don't love you anymore, I'm leaving you. That didn't go well.
They weren't even dumped in a barrel, though? What, like a fucking oil barrel, no?
I'm so glad you're reacting to this. Looks good.
No, weren't they literally dumped into an oil barrel? Like a tank? Oil tank? A water tank? Oh, I thought it was no, it was a huge tank. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it was a barrel. That's why I thought.
Okay, so what happened?
She told me she wanted me to wake her up before I left. That's why I didn't just wake her up, like, just to tell her this. Like, I woke her up That's what she wanted to do, and we talked. Usually at 4 a.m. I wake up, I go down and work out. This day I wanted to talk to her about this. I love these girls. I love these girls so much. And this picture right here,
6 months sweaty.
Celeste and Bella, those are my life. I helped make those kids. There's nothing in my life that means more to me than these kids. Nothing. Kids, that's your life. That's your lifeline. That's everything. Like, you make kids, they come first over anything.
Okay, dude, this is nuts.
Kids,
This is nuts.
spouse,
This is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts.
That's what it's always been.
Pogo.
Literally, just like,
Nothing you've told me tonight makes sense. Nothing you've told me tonight feels like the truth. Can we start over?
Sure.
Tonight's been pretty intense, I can imagine.
Broke
How are you feeling?
456 exclamation mark.
I've slept like 2 hours last night, so I'm like running on empty right now, but
I can see it.
Hashtag
So why don't we do this?
The acting is terrible.
I'm sure you don't mind if we take a break for the night. And I'm sure that you are feeling some of the pressure from me. Okay? I'm going to commit to you that we're not going to stop working until we find them.
okay.
Okay? And I want to commit to you that there is going to come a time when you're going to feel this pressure from other people. I'm not the only one who thinks that there's a possibility you have something to do with this.
Like another FBI agent, like pressure, or like just like
Everyone.
okay,
Everyone, Chris.
okay.
The interrogator is clearly receptive to Chris's anxiety and endeavors to amplify this emotion before ending the interview. He wants to inflate Chris's apprehension as much as possible for the looming polygraph test that approaches the following day.
Tonight when you go home, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to pass out because you're so tired, okay? And that's probably not going to be what happens. Your head's going to go race, okay? So tonight when you lay down and your head starts racing, there's going to be things that come to your mind, okay? This always happens, always. It's very natural. You're going to say, I wonder why he asked me that, okay? You're going to say, screw him, how dare he accuse me, okay? You're going to say, I wonder if they thought of this, okay? And then you're going to say, I probably should have told him something, or this, or that, okay? Those are the most common things. When those thoughts come to your head, I want you to call me.
oh my fucking god, dude. That's like, dude, where are these cops, bro? I feel like detectives and cops are like different species. Like, you know how people say, like, how are these two the same species? Like, when you see me and like someone who's like tiny or whatever, it honestly feels like this dude is literally on a different playing field entirely than like the average cop who's just like, oh my god, I saw a fucking phone in his hand. It's time to do a murder and unload the entire fucking magazine.
JCS
This
does
dude
a
is
video
like,
on Prince Andrew if you are interested,
how the
but
fuck
it's
do these
understood
guys
don't know
become
why
detectives
exactly,
if
but here
like
it is.
they don't want you to be too smart to be a fucking cop? Like, it doesn't make sense. Do they just like, where do they pick detectives from? These are the people who convince innocent people to plead guilty. This guy doesn't look too thumb-like. It checks out. Dude, it's nuts, dude. Don't you need more school to be a detective, especially for the FBI? Is he? He's not FBI. He's a cop, I thought. I thought he was a detective, and he said that like the FBI is going to interrogate him as well.
Love you, Arshan. Keep up the great work. Has Raid has Brain F mods.
Detectives follow a proven formula step by step. They don't have to think creatively. I mean, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's still this formula no matter what. Dude, he is so perceptive. The way he carries himself in this conversation. Both of these two people that we watched, god damn, this channel is like fucking straight up propaganda. I swear to God.
I love you, Small Kings.
Bro, this motherfucker is like unwinding him like piece by piece slowly picking at the threads until this dude straight up just reveals, like, he's just leaking all of his secrets, dude. And he did that. It's so, I mean, this is brilliant. I mean, he's smart. I'm sorry. He's just fucking incredibly smart.
Those are beautiful kids. Those kids have a good dad. And I know it.
You should see the picture it's on my phone.
Yeah.
It's a better one. But it's just, I'll show it to you.
Those kids have a good dad.
The following discourse from the officer could be construed as the reframing technique, where an interrogator will try and shift the suspect's view of themselves from negative to positive, as a means to lightening the iniquity of their crimes and increasing the chances of a confession. However, this is more likely what is known as passive accusation, where the interrogator is almost certain of the suspect's guilt and indirectly accuses, and in some manner, indignifies the suspect. This is made evident by the high praises the officer gives to Chris for extremely trivial deeds.
A lot of dads don't get second pairs of clothes and cook eggs and give them snacks at night. You know, a lot of men, that's woman's work, right?
I like to get involved.
But you're not that kind of guy. Okay. So can we say that tomorrow at 11 o'clock?
Okay.
We can do a polygraph?
Here.
Here. I appreciate you coming in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a few minutes. This is Tammy. Did you meet Tammy yesterday?
No,
okay.
the only one.
This is Tammy.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
So on this?
Yep, I know. I'll explain what that is here in a little bit, but you don't have to worry. It's not on or anything right now. It's not gonna buzz you or anything. Obviously, you're probably nervous about taking today's test. Honestly, I would think something is wrong with you if you weren't nervous about coming in here to take a polygraph. Even if people are like, I don't have anything to hide.
The lead detective got PTSD from working the case and is on medical leave. What? Dude.
Hope your day is going well.
So,
thanks
from what I understand, this is the part where, in order to beat a polygraph test, this is the part where you have to give like false reports. So some people will put like a pin under their toe or something, and then like stab it while they're answering. Right? Isn't that how you do it?
It is nerve-wracking, and I have taken tons of polygraphs. Obviously, in my training,
that doesn't work. I thought there was like a way to. Did you watch Ocean's 11? Was that in Ocean's 11?
Hassle.
I thought that there was like we've all seen Ocean's 13. Was that in Ocean's 11? I don't fucking know. I don't remember. You should play Disco Elysium to be a detective yourself. That's a self-report. I mean, it's not viable for court. Yeah, I know you can't use a polygraph and it's like a polygraph is like a what do you call it? It's like a field breathalyzer test.
I can't believe I'm still here.
I've been a lawyer for about 5 years. I went to the best school in the country, so I want you to have confidence in the fact that if you had nothing to do with this disappearance, like we're going to find that out today. Okay, I have the best training that they offer in the United States. We use the most validated testing. That's the way I'm going to ask you the question.
Oh my God. She's trying to get him fucking riled up, dude. She's like, listen, if you had nothing to do with this, like, oh my God.
Believe me, if you had nothing to do with this, I will be able to show them that today.
This is psychological pressure disguised as reassurance. It's not a routine procedure during the pre-test phase of a polygraph exam, yet this technique will be used when the suspect's guilt is almost conclusive. Polygraphs are not a foolproof system, and they can be beaten, but with a heightened state of anxiety, it becomes considerably more challenging and unlikely. On this occasion, the polygrapher distinctly applies this technique for maximal effect.
There's actually only 2 ways you can fail a polygraph, okay? The first way would be if you fail to follow my instructions. I'm going to give you a lot of instructions today about how to sit still, how to answer questions, things like that. So if you fail to follow those instructions, you will not pass today's test, okay? The second way would be if you choose to lie to me today. You know, if you did have something to do with their disappearance, it would be really stupid for you to come in and take a polygraph today. Exactly. Right? Like, it would be really dumb. Like, you should not be here right now sitting in this chair if you had anything to do with Shanann and the little girl's disappearance, okay?
But yeah, everything flourished from there. Like in 2011, I proposed to her over in Ocean Isle Beach. And she was sitting there crying with a little eviction notice. And
bro, you're laughing with a murderer, dog. What the fuck, lady? Oh my God, dude. You're laughing with a dude who's done unspeakable acts.
She recorded it. It was an amazing day just to see that. And then
it's an act. I know, but it's scary. Dude, these people are demons, yo. They are fucking good, dude. Hey guys, if something was preventing you from, if it wasn't just a morality alone that was gonna prevent you from doing a murder, let this be a lesson. These motherfuckers will get you, dude. Okay? Holy shit. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It is actually fucking crazy how good these guys are.
I was there, like, she had a midwife for this one. So, like, they actually had me, like, oh, you can stand here and, like, you know, catch her. And, like, but Celeste came out, like, so fast that, like, I barely had a chance to go like this, and they moved me out of the way because she just, like, came out.
The polygrapher will also obtain the examinee's version of the facts regarding the specific issues under investigation.
Like, I was just hoping that I would get that knock on the door or a phone call or a text. I mean, her phone, I mean, they have her phone. Like, hopefully maybe it's a number I don't know. Hopefully it's like, you know, like a burner phone or some kind of like phone she bought, and she could just text me and call me like, hey, I'm okay. Something. Or just get a knock on the door and then the kids just run in. I miss, like, the kids, like, sitting at the dinner table and, like, having to tell them to eat their dinner. And, like, I miss them throwing their chicken nuggets at me. Like, I just want to find them. I want them to come home safe. Like, wherever they are, I hope they are safe. And I really hope they can.
Bro, this dude does not shut up, dude. This dude is just incapable of shutting the fuck up. Again, the common thread that we see in all of these fucking murderers and shit is that they literally think they're smarter than they actually are. Like, they cannot fucking stop themselves from over-explaining and constantly thinking like, oh no, like, if I feed this, like, information slowly but surely, I certainly will be able to make people feel less suspicious about me. It's crazy.
It makes me feel like, all right, maybe somebody has her that's not keeping her safe.
She's using her
Or
psychology
something
for
terrible
good.
has happened. And that's the nightmare.
And what would that terrible thing be?
If somebody hurt them.
Chris recounts a brief summary of the events and states multiple vague possibilities for his family's disappearance.
Oh, Jesus.
The polygrapher then starts to elect specific timelines for Chris to give his account on.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
You said the next thing you know is her getting into bed with you. Is that right?
I felt her get into bed. We didn't say anything because I just kind of felt it.
Okay. Do you know if she was on her phone or, like, how any of that works?
I don't think she was on her phone.
Was she mad at all?
I mean, crying like she was, crying like I was. I mean, yeah, I mean, she was upset. But I mean, it comes.
Wait, the polygraph hasn't started yet? I thought, like, at least he's hooked up at this point. Bro, look how many hours have passed. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Bro, this dude is insane. What is he doing? Oh my God, dude. He's just like, before the polygraph, even the mere mention of the polygraph was like enough for him to just self-report all over the fucking place. Can we wrap this up quickly because I'm watching you all. I'm supposed to be working and I need to get back to work. Fuck that, dude. Hey, boss makes $1, you make a dime. That's why you fucking watch the Hasanabi stream on the company time, okay?
With that kind of conversation.
In the next moments, you will see another subterfuge of psychological pressure, this time disguised as routine questioning procedure. It's a vastly open-ended question relevant.
Yo, bring your boss in, bring your manager in, be like, yo, dude, you gotta fucking watch this shit. This is crazy. This guy, we're watching this guy with the fucking chat right now. This guy just did a murder and he's just revealing all of it for no reason. Like, before you know it, you and your fucking manager are gonna be sitting there with popcorn watching this shit. This is crazy. He's trying to filibuster his way out of prison. He is getting fucking busted into right now.
The crimes under suspicion. These types of questions are common knowledge and easily clarified by the innocent, while the guilty will in most cases have severe difficulty in responding.
I know it's totally awful to think about, but what are ways, because I need to make sure that you know what I'm talking about, what are ways that you can make someone disappear?
Oh.
I mean, like, if you're talking about, like, what I've seen, like, on the movies, or, like,
God, dude.
how people, if you read about other people, I mean, you hire somebody.
Like a hitman?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No, that's what I want. That's what I want, because I want you to go through all of these scenarios in your head, because I want you to know for sure what I'm talking about when I say that, you know, asking you if you physically caused her disappearance.
Okay.
Motherfucker Googled it, bro. What do you do when you're... Oh, God, dude. Oh, Jesus. He's voice cracking like E-Rob. It's just... It's a wrap. It's GG's. This is over.
Like you'd hire somebody, or you have somebody you know that would do it. I mean, it's like, it's hard. It's a hard question to have.
And I know this.
Why? Dude, that's such a wild thing. That's such a wild thing to say. Like, what would you do? How would you kidnap your wife and kids? You'd be like, I don't fucking know. Like, walk into the house with a gun or something? Unless you yourself have Googled it. Like, who the fuck would hire a hitman to kidnap your wife and kids, dog? How do you not realize, even at this point, that, like, you are literally the prime suspect and perhaps the only suspect? This is crazy. Like, no normal husband would respond calmly. I'd be freaking out. It's just nuts. What would you answer? I wouldn't. I'd be fucking freaking out, dude. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I don't want to think about this shit, dude. What? You know what I would say in this situation? I'd be like, I'm trying to imagine if I was ever in a situation like this and I had a loved one that's like lost, right? I'd be like, why are you talking to me right now? Every moment that you spend talking to me right now is a moment that you're not utilizing to find my fucking wife and children. Are you fucking insane? That's what you would normally say. I feel like now I'm training you guys to lie. You know what I mean? In a situation where you like murdered your family or something. But like literally, that's what a normal person would do. Like you'd be like, what the fuck are you, what are we doing right now?
Better than watching this late at night in the dark like I did the documentary.
What are we doing? The fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying, though? It's like, you just be like, what is happening right now? You're asking me how, like, what would happen in this situation where, like, my wife is potentially fucking murdered? Like, how would I do it? I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I can't think about that right now. How much do you charge per hour for murder advice? You already know, dude. Twitch Primes for free. That's how you get the murder advice.
Weird time to be.
And it's not the murder advice.
Months, but this
it's the getting away from the murder advice that I'm giving you, technically.
That's a hard question to answer.
Right.
Because it had nothing to do with this disappearance.
Right.
So, like, I don't even want to think about, like, if you're asking me, like, how I would do it. Like,
anyone. Like, how would anyone
do it? No, anyone. No, but, like, how about how I would do it?
I mean, you would...
Because someone's disappearance.
Bro, he has a more personal connection with this murder than his children, okay? That's another, like, immediate self-report, where whenever he talks about his kids, he's like, these kids, those kids, those kids, were, those kids were, these kids were. But when he's talking about the murder, he's, like, literally talking about it personally as though he fucking did it, dude. Which is because he did do it. But, like, there you go. There you fucking go. I mean, he's just straight up like, you know, how would I do the murder? It's like, no, we meant like, how would a murder happen if there was a murder? How would I do it?
By murdering them.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So what different physical ways could you cause someone's disappearance through murder? You could stab someone, right?
Stab someone, shoot someone, hit them with a blunt object.
One TED talk on how to get away with murder, please.
I mean, use a weapon like gun or a knife. I mean,
okay.
You could.
Yeah, let's not forget that
advice,
all of this is a waste of time because Detective Fred Durst, aka the neighbor, already solved it. Like immediately, it was like, yeah, this is a fucking crime. This guy's a murderer. Arrest him, officer. He's behaving very frantically.
She did smother someone.
Smother someone.
So did they? So the question I have is like, and I don't know, and maybe you guys know this. Did they find the bodies at this point? Like, do they know that the fucking wife and kids are murdered? Because this is an afterthought. Like, he might not be mentioning those, but she doesn't know that he's not mentioning those specific causes. You know what I mean? At this point, they don't even know if they're dead, right? Yeah.
She did smother someone.
Smother someone.
Is Hassan buff or fat?
She did strangle someone.
Hang someone. I mean, yeah, you can, all that kind of things. I mean, it's hard to even think about that kind of stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. So you could strangle someone, you could drown someone.
Yeah.
You could shock someone to death. You could burn someone alive. What other ways can you think of?
As far as like lure them into a trap, I guess.
What do you mean? What?
Like, you know, like have somebody waiting like around the corner and like, you know, hey,
sure.
This is some real psychotic shit.
Sure.
By the way, just like.
So if I ask you that question on the test, Chris, are you gonna have any issue with that? About you
like,
physically causing
going through every single one of those?
Yeah, like that would be a way you could cause someone's disappearance.
Okay. No, I can definitely, like, I can pass. I mean,
Or you could murder them, you could kidnap them, you could take them to another country, you could, you know, bury them in your backyard, you could do a million things.
Yeah.
As far as trying to conceal them.
Yeah.
Right? So that no one can find them.
Well, it's been hours, dude. He's just having fun with her at this point. This is so fucking crazy.
Because at this point,
I feel like this dude is literally crazier than like these serial killers. Because like with serial killers, you know something is broken, right? With like a lot of the serial killers you talk to, like you're like, okay, there's something going on there that's like a little weird. This guy is like painfully boring and normal. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he could just be like a regular fucking accountant. Like he's having a conversation about like the potential strangulation of his wife and children, like being murdered by like someone who smothered them to death, as though, which is by the way what he did, but like he's talking about it even if he didn't do it, he's talking about it like in the most passive way possible, and it's fucking crazy.
He's gone. So when I ask you the question on the test, I'm not asking you about guilt. I'm not asking you about did you make her feel so horrible that she ended up leaving. I'm saying that you were the one that physically caused her to disappear. Okay. Either by murder, kidnapping, you know, all of those other things that we went through, okay?
You want me to list? You want me to list all those? Like
no.
Oh,
you're just going to say no to that question.
Okay.
Right. When I ask you if you physically caused Shanann's disappearance, your answer should be what?
No.
Right. So do you have any issues with that at all, and
no.
Have any question about what I would mean when I was?
No, that's total. Like I just like going through all those that. That's a lot to really think about.
Right.
Like trying to figure out like, that was.
I'm gonna have you take a bathroom break. We've been in here quite a while. You're going to be taking what's called a directed lie polygraph. So what that means is there are going to be questions on the test where I want you to lie. I know it seems kind of weird, but you're going to know which question.
Kind of wild that this motherfucker hadn't peed for that long, by the way, when I can't even hold the piss in my body for like 20 minutes at a time.
These are, and they're going to be easy to answer. They're all going to start with before 2018.
The directed lie test.
That's how you know he's a serial killer, dude.
Known truth questions. These are easy questions to answer, such as, are you sitting down? Or, are you wearing shoes? They serve two purposes. The first purpose is to provide a baseline reading for when the subject is telling the truth, and should elicit very little bodily responses. The second purpose is to disconnect the examinee's thought patterns between each question as a means for resetting their cerebration for a more accurate reading. Control questions. These are what the polygrapher just explained to Chris. Whenever she says, before 2018, at the start of a question, Chris will know he is purposely supposed to lie. Each of these questions are deliberately constructed that all answers will be responded with no. Relevant questions. These relate specifically to the crime being investigated, and the examinee will know that they are supposed to respond truthfully. A guilty subject will show a much stronger reaction to the relevant questions than to the control
He
questions,
doesn't chug
even
do
though
like
they
a
will be
diabetic
lying on
racehorse?
both
Yeah,
of them.
this is the reason why I
due to
piss
the
so much.
immediate threat posed by the relevant questions.
So I'm going to say before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about? And you're going to say,
No.
because you're telling a
Lie.
awesome.
Peepo haywire, Peepo happy, high chat, 7 months, Spog,
The
7
test
months,
is about to
7
begin.
months,
Please
Spog,
remain
7 months,
still.
Spog.
Did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument.